yes.
Welcome to Three Guys, One Hay Bale, where it doesn't have anything to do with hay bales. We just get high and talk about random stuff on hay bales.
Conspiracy theory guy?
A little bit.
Okay.
Little
We
bit.
need weed in here, and we're going to talk like JFK assassinations.
You know,
and
I like to talk about it. It's not that I have like my set opinions on everything.
It's
but I
entertaining.
can definitely
It's
form an
exactly.
opinion right now.
Yeah.
I can
Dude,
form my opinion right now. if you wanna talk
Exactly. It's good to discuss things and not just write them off like.
Like, no, you're wrong. No, wait, hold on. Change my mind then.
You
Tell
know
me
what,
why. Tell
dude?
me why.
You know
Let's
what
go.
you know what I keep saying right now, with all this alien shit coming out every day. What about all the people in like the 70s and 80s that were called insane, psychos,
bunkers.
liars, blah, blah.
They have the bunkers.
No, but
the
all these
shelters.
people that were like, I saw aliens, I got abducted by aliens, and all these people.
Schizo.
Yeah,
You're
they're like,
fucking
no,
crazy.
you need to
You're
go to an
nuts.
insane
Now
Yeah,
everyone's just
right.
like, no, those people were fucking right.
Now the people are like, they're sitting in their insane asylum bed. They're like,
I fucking told you 40 fucking years ago. Yeah, dude.
Yes.
Like, what's his name in Independence Day?
Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid, yeah.
Yep.
I told you guys.
Yeah.
I said it. And they're like, and you thought I was crazy. You made me stay in this hotel or the hospital for most of my life.
All right, we are Barstool Backstage. We are joined by Bailey Zimmerman, and we have now changed the podcast name to Three Guys Smoking Weed on Hay Barrels talking about random shit. What's the first random thing that's popped in your head right now? Go.
Chicago is so huge.
It really
Isn't that
is.
scary? How many people?
Haven't
are
you been
here?
in New York City yet? I fly
I've
to New
been,
York
and it's
like
scary, bro. It's honestly the scariest thing ever. Like, you walk outside and people bump into you and they don't say sorry.
oh, New York.
Worst
Yeah.
people.
It's
Worst.
oh, they're
How
assholes.
and like you wave at people and they don't wave back. Why didn't you wave at me? I thought we were friends.
You'll get that Midwest hospitality here. You
Yeah.
won't get that in New York City.
No.
It's the greasiest, scummiest people on earth, and I will take that to the fucking grave.
He's-
But I like
it's
I'll
hard to
fly into
argue.
there.
You know
and-
he's an Illinois guy.
yeah, I know.
Big Illinois
Yeah,
guy, yeah.
yeah.
Where the hell is Louisville, Illinois, though? is it?
Louisville.
Louisville. My bad.
Fun fact.
My bad.
In the original deed to my small village, it's called the Village of Louisville. And when they went to go do the deed, it was supposed to allegedly. You can't
yeah,
quote me
right.
on this.
Mhm.
Allegedly, it was supposed to be Lewisville, Louisville. But then they messed it up and spelled it like somehow whoever messed it up spelled it like Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then now we are Louisville, Illinois.
Just not pronounced Louisville.
No,
right. What high school did you go to?
It was called North Clay High School.
How many
North-
kids?
My graduating class had 25.
25.
25
That's
people.
insane to me.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I knew everybody. Their grandmas, their great grandmas, their dogs, their
You-
pet goldfish.
So you have to be like mayor.
Yeah, that's what I was
When
just
you
about to
go
say,
back,
yeah.
they
I
must.
don't have a sign yet.
Are you pissed about you don't have a
I'm
street
not mad
like
about it. I'm not mad
honorary?
about it. I'm not
Louisville,
upset. I'm not
get
upset.
it together.
I'm not upset at all. But hopefully one day it does say home of Bailey.
Yeah,
You know, either
on the
BZ,
water
home of
tower or
BZ.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all I'm asking for is a water tower or something.
That's all you need. Do they have water towers in your town?
Of course they do. What kind of question
I mean-
is that?
One,
How many stoplights?
0.
0. How?
Handful of stop signs.
I want to go check this place. I love going.
Dude, this is like
through
Sydney's
small towns.
Dude,
like
yeah.
this.
if you went back with me, it would be so awesome because I could show you all the cool ass places.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you're into this, but you like if you're like bored on a Sunday and you live in Louisville, you go to Salt and Strings Butchery. You know why? Because all the Sundays have all the deer that everybody have killed, and you just watch people skin deer. And you love it.
puked-
And that's like the thing to do. You go up there, you talk with all your old buddies, you get a sandwich from up front, and you go back and just watch deer get cut up and skinned and talk about hunting and
All right.
deer. And
So the next time you're actually in Louisville, we will come down.
I will
and
drive
we
down.
Will,
You
we will
shoot,
do a day in
text,
Louisville
email, whatever.
with
Yes.
BZ.
Barstool Sports takes over Louisville.
No,
Yes.
I swear to God, we will take you up on it. But I don't
That'd
think
be
you're ever
sick.
gonna. I don't think you're ever gonna be there again. You just told us your tour schedule, bro. You
Hold on,
are
you-
like
I don't think that was
you're like
recording
Carmen
yet.
San Diego, man. Go over just a few of your next few like itinerary.
So this is the craziest 2 weeks that I'll have this year. And it goes,
Where'd you come from?
I came from Nashville.
Okay.
Came from Nashville.
Not
Had
bad.
2 days off in Nashville.
Did you honky tonk a little bit?
No honky tonkin'. No honky tonkin'. I had one dinner, maybe a couple drinks. I don't kiss and tell, but maybe a couple.
We were just there.
Yeah.
I'm still taking
Hungover.
cough drops. I'm still recovering.
Oh, yeah.
Kicked the shit out of us.
You know, like Shane Gillis and that whole all those comedians that run in that circle.
I don't
So
know
we
them,
had
but I know them,
you know of them. We had a pool party beer Olympics there, and I was so hungover. And I've never met these guys, and I love those guys. I was so hungover, I just didn't go because I'm like, I can't drink alcohol right now, and I know they're gonna try to fucking kill me.
And you're gonna do it if you go.
Oh yeah, I would have been
Have to,
obliterated.
you
You
have
have
to,
to.
yeah.
You have to. And Jelly Roll had a bunch of weed. Apparently, it was
That
the
is
greatest
a
weed
dangerous-
in the
dangerous thing.
entire world. Apparently, it was like like one hit and you're just on Mars. So that's what I skipped because I was afraid.
Yeah.
Don't
You have
turn
every
30
reason
by
to be
the
there.
way.
You have every reason to be scared as well because Jelly is just a force to be reckoned with. If you smoke with him, it's like
Yeah, you're going to Mars.
you're going to Mars. It's a great time. Great time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Gosh, dang, man. Yeah.
All right,
You
that's
don't-
all
you don't
right,
go
that's
smoke for smoke
episode-
with him.
Oh, you have to. You
All right.
can't be a pussy.
That's episode 2. We're putting together a whole season here.
3 guys on a hay bale smoke
Yeah.
with Jelly Roll.
All right, you came in from Nashville. You're not even fucking here for 12 hours.
Right.
You're like in rocking Windy City Smokeout,
Yep.
which, by the way, that's where we are right now. Dave forgot to mention that. We're backstage at Windy City Smokeout 2023. This is your first one.
Yeah, first one. Everybody's been talking about it.
Have you ever been as a fan or a
No,
guest?
I've never even heard about it. I was literally just talking about this with people outside. I'm like, man, that stage is huge. And they're like, yeah, this is a massive festival. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I
you're-
had
it's-
I
it's
had
a
no
huge
expectations. I have
fucking-
no idea what's going on.
This thing grew from this little thing. We were just talking to Randy Rogers. He played one of the first few years. It was under a bridge in the Chicago Tribune parking lot. Few thousand people. Now it's
Yeah, like 2,000-3,000 people maybe. I saw Chris Stapleton with one of our other guys. He's on his way here. It was like a Thursday at like 5 p.m. on a side stage with like 50 people.
Yeah.
It was unfucking believable.
Dang.
Yeah.
Holy
and then
cow.
6 months after that, he was on stage at the Grammys with Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake.
That Traveler album, dude.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
not to hop into Chris Stapleton, but oh my gosh, what a legend.
Oh, he's the biggest legend on earth.
So how fired up were your family and friends to hear you were playing Smokeout?
So we're actually from Southern Illinois. So we have Chicago is a totally different life.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We don't even know.
You
what
probably
goes
identify
on
with
up
St.
here.
Louis, right?
I identify as Southern Illinois.
Which is
Carbondale, Southern
be more,
Illinois.
I know St. Louis more than I know Chicago.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Busch Stadium, I grew up going to St. Louis. Is an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So I could go watch a Cardinals game. It's easy. Yeah. So St. Louis is more my territory than
Right.
Chicago.
brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal. Not gonna lie.
Well, you're gonna be headlining this shit in due time. You are blowing the fuck up.
Thanks,
Or
dude.
you rookie of the year? Who?
Dude, rookie of the year for Billboard.
Yeah, Billboard.
Dude,
It's insane. Your
that's
numbers
like
on Spotify are
gnarly.
fucking wild
Thanks,
right now,
dude.
going fucking bananas. Like, how are you handling all this? How old are you again, by the way?
23.
Yeah, I was gonna say 23. If I was 23 and just got all that success thrown at me, I'd be like dead or in rehab within a week. So I see you out there. You're like, oh, hey, come on, what's up? And we're talking about smoking weed like within 3 seconds of meeting each other. How have you managed to like not be a 23-year-old idiot, but be a 23-year-old idiot at the same time without going too far because you got all this, all the girls, all the success, all the fame,
Man, just like you said, not going too far with it, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been poor. Like, I know what it's like to have no money, your bathroom door hit your living room couch. I know what it's like. And when I got the opportunity to have success and to have money and to be able to take care of my mom, that's what it was, really. Like,
That's awesome,
dude,
yeah.
Like, when I was first able to just even, like, show my mom a jet or show my mom a stadium or something and saw like the joy that brought her, like me being who I am brought the joy to my mom. That's what made me go like, nah, I'm not messing this up. I'm not gonna I'm not going to the bars, I'm not partying, like I'm not gonna do this stuff. You'll see me drinking and you'll see me smoking, but I never let it get out of hand.
Yeah. Moderation.
Have fun. Yes, I can have a lot of fun and I can be like an animal and party, but yet again, man, like these days it's so
Okay,
scary
so
go
last
out.
year Willie Nelson was a headliner here. Willie Nelson hypothetically walks in this trailer with just a shit ton of weed,
Hypothetically.
and a shit ton of booze, and he's like, "Hey Bailey, we're going out. me and you tonight.
I'm
We're
going.
gonna. You
I'm
have.
going.
You have to go.
Yeah, no, I mean,
there's exceptions to rules, right?
I am in it for the story. Dude,
Yeah.
Yo, Zach Bryan right now comes
love
in here
this
and
guy.
says, dude, you're going to do 10 shots for shots with me right now. I'm going.
You have to do it.
I'm going. I mean, I have to. I can't say no. But if it's up to me, I'm going to bed in my bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that I'm not easily twisted
You
to go
like.
somewhere. But
You giving it peer pressure a little bit.
That's the thing,
Everybody's
too, though.
supposed to.
I've been around Morgan and Hardy and Earn a lot, and I've been touring with them. So, and they have.
Is that the best tour crew? of all
Oh,
time,
dude, that's
by
got
the
to
way?
be how old is it? 23. How old's Morgan Wallen now? Like 30-ish? Yeah, 30.
I think he just turned 30.
And obviously, he's just like the hottest dude on earth.
Yeah, crazy.
How it's got to be
But-
like fucking impossible for you.
But
to,
Hardy and Ernest are fucking party animals too. Like
That's what
like,
I'm s-
That is like
And
the
that's
best
thing.
crew.
At first, we were partying, but then we like, and I'm like, we just like, it almost feels like after our break we took, we got our heads on straight. Everybody really did. And dude, we love partying just like the next person, but we've realized, yo, if this messes up, my mom doesn't have a house anymore.
Yep.
My dad doesn't have a house. Like, I have to take care of the people that I now have 20-something people on my salary. So it's like I have those people don't get to have dinner tomorrow night if I don't sing.
If you
So it's
fuck
like,
up. Yeah.
I can't fuck up. I have to be the best person I can be. So that's kind of like we've all really, really honed in on like, man, if you're gonna party, do it really low key.
That's
Like,
great.
man,
Yeah.
You're bus and party with everybody. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna do this, just be really smart about it. Don't do stupid
You know,
shit.
don't make
We're
out
not
with sorority
18
girls
or
at
yes,
Alabama and all that.
dude. Right, yes. It's like, you know, back when I was 18 in my hometown, you could go to the bar and be just so annihilated and fall asleep in the bushes and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But now it does matter. If you get caught in those bushes.
Oh yeah,
you
you're a
get
public
lot
figure
of
now.
trouble.
Yeah, you'll be all over the fucking internet. You know.
Right, so I just moderation, man.
Yeah.
Moderation. I keep everything moderated, and I've got good people around me, dude. I've got good people around me.
And you got a
to keep my
good head
on.
on your shoulders. Like if you know how to moderate, you
Right.
can go out and have fun, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and if you have an off week or whatever, go out and get blasted one.
And
night.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't, dude. I get blasted. I will. I will get blasted. I love getting drunk, just like I did when I was 16. You know.
Yeah.
But then
Getting
again,
drunk's
it's just
awesome.
like I just do it very
Carefully.
very carefully now.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do make mistakes too, man. I've been caught out doing stupid shit already, but
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
I'm
bound
human.
to happen.
It's bound to happen. I'm gonna get caught. And it's fine. But
Just
waking up
write
every
some
day,
awesome
right.
song about getting canceled and turn it like spin it like Papa Doc it. You've seen it
Yes,
now, right?
yes,
Yeah,
of course.
Papa Doc. Everybody's trying to cancel you. Be like, hey. Here's
Hey,
a
I'm
new
not
song.
canceled, you're canceled.
Here's 35 million views on Spotify over a fucking week. Like, there you go. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just being smart, just doing the right things. I mean, I believe in God as well, and I preach that a lot too. So I really, some people can't understand that even though I preach God, I still sin. That just doesn't comprehend with them. But like, I still sin every day, but I still try to be the good person
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I want to be. And
You're
be
human,
godly.
man.
But,
You're human.
Yeah. So preaching God every night is like, yo, you got to watch your P's and Q's, man. Like, really try to be a really good person. So yeah, focusing on that right now. Could change tomorrow. I have no idea, but right now that's where I'm
No, don't let that change. Don't
I'm
let that
impressed,
change.
man. You have come a long way, but you're still very
You're in your infancy.
grounded. Yeah, no, but you're still grounded. Like you can tell you're still like the small town guy,
yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
deep down.
Yeah, and that's the weirdest thing. I hate to go back to it, but that's the weirdest thing because I
like-
still am that small town kid, but I can't be the small town kid that I was because small town Bailey likes to get drunk with his friends and go to the bars and, you know, see girls and get girls and do the thing. Now it's like
You're only
yeah, it's
20
weird, right? It's weird.
That's not how I meant it, but
But yeah, but no, I get it. No, I get it. I still have the same morals. Yes.
how did
Oh, yeah.
so before you? I hate using this term, but blew up.
Yeah.
How were you managing? I mean, what? So you had a job, right? You had a 9 to 5, and
Yeah,
you were trying
more
to.
like a 12 to 12, dude. Like
Holy
a
shit.
Midnight to midnight.
What were you doing?
We were building gas pipelines.
Damn.
So like, basically, when you got on a job, you just was like, don't expect to sleep. Don't expect to get days off. You're gonna work for the next 8 months, make the money you can make, and then go home and you'll have 2 months off. So it's just basically like 24/7, go, 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 go. Yeah.
So how are you pursuing music, even staying on track with music while you're doing that?
Dude, I wasn't. That's the craziest thing. So I was building gas pipelines. I started in 2018, and then in 2020, I was like, at the start of the year, I was like, man, I really want to do something different, but I don't know what I want to do. Like, I really love lifted trucks. I've been putting my truck on social media, and I had 40 to 50,000 at the time on social media followers for my truck only that I built. And then my idea was I'm going to get out of pipeline by building lifted trucks with my brother because he's a genius when it comes to just making anything out of, like, nothing. Like, he can make anything out of metal, wood, whatever. If you can, like, build it, if you can dream it, he can build it. So I was like, man, I'm going to build lifted trucks with him, and that's what's going to get me out of pipeline, and I can stay home and see my mom more.
Nice.
So then 2 days into doing that, I'd really never sang before. I'd sang in the truck and shit, but I'd never tried to sing or tried to write songs or ever even thought of being an artist. Like, it never even crossed my mind. Like, that's what the people on YouTube do, the people that sing. I don't sing. So then 2 days later, into building lifted trucks with my brother, we started on this new truck, and I was waiting on parts to come in, and he was bringing them out to me, so I just got bored, and I was listening to Blackstone Cherry, Stay by them. And then I was just like, man, I'm going to see if I can sing this song. So then I put my phone up and tried to sing just a cappella because I didn't have music or nothing. I just sang it. And then I listened back and I was like, man, that kind of sounds like the record a little bit. Like, that sounds really good. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll put it on Snapchat. Maybe I'll get some girls or something from my hometown. Maybe they'll be like,
yeah.
Ooh, I didn't know you sang. I didn't know you were a singer. So then did the exact opposite. This dude named Gavin Lucas in my hometown, his dad drove my bus when I all my years in grade school. He drove my bus, number 3, and but I never knew Gavin. So Gavin hits me up and he slides up on my Snapchat story and he was like, "I didn't know you were a singer, bud." And I was like, "Well, I'm not, but I tried today, and I don't know. What do you think?" And he was like, "Well, I write songs, and I think your voice is freaking awesome. Would you want to just listen to the songs I've written?" And this was in November of 2020, going into December. And I was like, "Oh, hell yeah, man. I'd freaking love to do that." So then I sat down with him one night, and we just became best buds. We became best friends. I started listening to all his songs he wrote. And then literally 2 weeks later, first song, he goes, "We're going in to write just like we would, except I didn't write with him. I just watched him write." So I was just learning, I guess. I didn't call it learning. I was just like, this is so fascinating watching you write these songs, play guitar and sing and melt all this stuff. It's crazy. So there was one night that we got together that changed everything, really. We were getting together at my grandpa's shop in Louisville, and we were going to just jam. We called them jam sessions. And he was like, "Hey, bud, do you think you could try to write a song with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I think I could try to write a song." And he's like, "No, man, a real song. Let's try to write a real song that means something." And I'm like, "All right, well, I've never written a song before, so I'll try just my best to do what I've been seeing you do." And he was like, "All right, well, let's try." So we got in there, and we spent probably 2 or 3 hours sitting there jamming, and then we came up with the first verse to my first single. And that night, we wrote it just messing around, having fun. Put my phone up again on the toolbox just to record what we were doing so we wouldn't forget the melody and the words. Literally, if you go back, you can find this video. It's a video of me with a notebook, and I'm reading the words. I'm singing the words off the thing. It wasn't even intended to ever see anything. I'd never posted me singing ever on any social media. So then that night, I get home, and I'd been jamming that video all the way home because I was so excited because I'd never written a song before. I helped write this verse. It was so fucking awesome. And then I called Gavin, and it was 2 a.m., and I was like, "Yo, would you care if I posted that video on TikTok? I don't know why, but just something is telling me that I should post this on TikTok. It sounds badass. I think people might like it." And he's like, "Well, hell, just post it then, and if it gets some views, we'll see about recording it," because we had never recorded a song either. So he's like, "We'll see how you record a song. If it gets some views, maybe we'll get a song recorded." And I was like, "Dude, that sounds awesome. Let's do that." So then, dude, post it, not thinking nothing. It's 3 a.m., shouldn't blow up. At 3 a.m., nothing should go, right?
Right.
So I post it, dude, wake up at 7 a.m., roll over to my phone, bring, 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 just freaking out, ding, 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 ding. It's glitching because it's freaking out. And I grab it and it says 870 something thousand notifications from TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? So I like literally in my underwear just woke up and I'm like swiping through.
Half asleep.
I'm like, holy shit, man! It had like almost 2 million views, over 10,000 comments, like just like.
This
holy
is like a
shit.
movie script.
This is
Literally,
unbelievable.
literally,
Yeah.
dude, unbelievable. And I'm like, what the freaking heck? So then I got up, still in my underwear. First thing I did was called my job and quit. I was like, immediately,
you
dude.
didn't even fucking call your
Immediately.
boy Lucas or
No,
whatever.
dude,
Yeah.
immediately.
Kevin.
So, call
Yeah,
my
I'm never
job.
coming in again.
So I call my job. I'm like, hey, my name's Bailey Zimmerman. I want to quit. I want to quit. And they're like, oh, so you just want to like get taken off the work list, which you had a list that you got on and then you got picked for jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how a union works. So I said, no, I don't want to be on the list. I don't want a card. I'm never paying my dues again. I am done being, I'm never doing labor again. I'm never being a laborer. And they were like, well, what are you going to do if you're not going to do it? Because that was the best job you could get around us. They're like,
Oh,
well,
you're
what
probably
if,
making bank,
yeah,
right?
like, it was like, what are you going to do if you don't do this? And I'm like, I'm going to be a country singer. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, good luck, dude. That's what everybody's trying to do. And I'm like, all right, thanks. Yeah,
This
great.
really happened.
Swear, dude.
Dude, this
Literally.
is
Wait,
this is
like-
one of the best stories I've ever
how
heard.
long after November, December was this? 2020.
So December, it was like going into, it was like 2 weeks before Christmas is when something like that. Don't quote me because
it's
like,
right around then. Yeah.
right around there. And dude, I still remember my dog was like running around in the backyard, and I'm like on the phone with my labor union, and they're like, yeah, good luck. And I'm like, all right, yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to need it. Bye. So then call Gavin in my underwear still. I haven't even left my bedroom to tell my mom what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows outside of this room. So I call Gavin. I'm like, dude, have you seen TikTok? And he's like, but I ain't got TikTok. You know that. And I'm like, because he's like real old soul. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
got TikTok. And I'm like, dude, okay, bro, our video blew up. And he's like how blew up? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude,
Couple
like
hundred.
2 million freaking views, dude. And he's like, dude, oh my gosh. And I'm like, dude, I know. I'm freaking out too. And he's like, dude, okay, all right, take off of work today and come to my apartment, because he was about an hour from me because he was working an hour away.
Yeah.
And he's like, come to my apartment and let's just, I'll call off work too and let's just figure this out. Let's figure out what to do. And I'm like, oh, dude, I already quit my job. And he's like, you quit the laborers union? I'm like, dude, I quit everything, bro. Like, we don't have a choice. We have to make this work. I have to be an artist. I want to do this. And he
You
was
know
like,
what they call that? Burning the ships.
Yeah.
When
Dang.
when invaders used to come and take over like lands like conquistadors, they would set the ships on fire when they were making their way to shore, so there was no turning
No way
back.
to go back, yeah.
So they literally were like, you're either fucking taking this shit over or you're
Yeah.
dying doing it.
Yes, dude. And that's like,
So for you to just quit your job with no backup plan,
it was crazy.
no, that's fucking.
crazy.
I respect the hell out of that.
That
man.
that
Dude,
takes
thanks.
fucking balls, man. And
Dude, I don't know. Just something about the video, just like, man, honestly, I've been praying for a minute about it. Like, man, what am I supposed to do? Like, I feel like I want to do something different, but I don't know what it is. And then,
So I'm wondering what made Gavin insist that you help write. Why was he so?
we were just like writing. And we were just like, I just been watching him for about 2 weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it was. And then he just called me and was like, dude, do you think you could write one with me? Like, I want you to help me. And I'm like, okay, I can try. And that's when we just tried
This
to.
story's crazy.
Yeah, dude, this
This is one of the best stories I've ever heard.
crazy,
This
bro. And like,
is
even
giving me
thinking about
chills
it,
a
yeah.
lot.
So keep
Yeah.
it going. So then COVID hits, right?
No, COVID's already a thing.
Okay.
COVID's
20
already
yeah,
a thing. Yeah, COVID's
2021.
been a
Oh, it's
thing.
no. It's all right.
Yeah.
So
Dude, okay, so after that, went over to him, realized that there is people that will record your music for you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it at your house. That's what we thought. That's what we
Yeah,
we
it's
always
small town
thought that.
thinking. Yeah.
You had to do it at your house. You had to have a studio. So I was like, okay. So we figured out that there's a producer in Nashville that will do it for $3,000. He's gonna do it for $3,000. So mom doesn't even know about me quitting my job yet.
Yeah.
I went to Palestine, saw Gab before I even talked to my mom, anybody. So then I come home and I've done all the research. So I'm like, okay. So I all day I'm like, okay, $3,000. I have to stream. How many streams do I have to stream? Okay, I did all the math. Okay, if I stream this many streams, I can make this money back, and then I'll make my money back and I won't lose money. So I go to my mom because I have none at the time, right? I had no money. I was about to get my truck repoed. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
on the verge of losing everything. And I walk in and I was like, Mom, I quit my job. And she like took the glasses off. She's like, what? I'm like, I quit my job because look. And I showed her the video and she was like, what does this mean? I'm like, this is a song that I wrote. That's me singing. And she was like, you sing? And I'm like, yes, I'm singing. This is a song I wrote and it has 2 million views. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, I posted it last night and I've done the math. It's going to cost me and Gavin $3,000 to record this song, but Gavin said he would put $1,500 up if I could put the other $1,500 up, but I don't have $1,500. So if you will give me $1,500, I've done the math that if I get this many streams, that means that I can pay you back within this amount of time, and then we will pay you back, and I won't owe you money. And she was like, do you believe in it? And I was like, yeah, I believe in it 100%. And then
there you go.
Now we're here. Now we're with you guys. I signed a record deal like 2 months later.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
So what's next? Obviously, we talked about have a crazy couple of weeks coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you still get to you go back to Louisville? I'm trying to like put all this together in my head because I've known your story, just the cliff notes of it, but I never heard it in full detail like that. Fuck, man,
dude, crazy.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And like, you know, it was normal until like 2 months ago when it really set in. Like, man, this is the coolest shit ever, man. Like,
yeah,
dude. What the freaking heck?
And were you a big country music fan growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big rock fan though.
Yeah.
Big rock fan, like big Motley Crue, Tesla, Def Leppard, Poison, like
so
Joan
80s.
Jett.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Like Nickelback, Hinder, 3 Days Grace, 3 Doors Down, all those people, man. And like, I was really into those bands, and then that was my mom though. So like, my mom took me to my first concert ever. It was Tesla.
Yep.
Tesla and Pop Evil. And I went to Peoria, and that when I was 8, I saw my first set of boobs at that show.
How were they?
Awesome. They were.
Awesome.
She was real old. There was a granny on some shoulders.
That's fine.
But Jeff Keith pointed at me, and he like points at me in the crowd, and he's like, "Look!" And I'm on shoulder, and I turn around, and she's just like. Like showing her boobs, and I'll never forget it because it was the first time. Not only that I'd been to a concert, but the first time I'd seen boobs.
I remember my.
So it was
first
like
pair.
what a monumental day that was, and that what really got me into just loving concerts, loving music, loving just like all that stuff. 8 years old, that's a big deal, you know. So that's when I really started diving into music, and then my dad kind of brought me on. Like my mom put me on like Kid Rock, Sheryl Crow, you know, all, like Dixie Chicks and all them, But then my dad put me on. I remember. So my dad was never like the guy to be like, I love this song, I love this artist, I love music. He was just like work hard, whatever. So he never really cared about music. But there was this one song called Wake Up Lovin' You by Craig Morgan. It had the alarm clock at the beginning of it. And every time that song would come on, he would just crank that song. It'd be like, dude, this song is freaking, I love this song. And that's what got me into really loving country. And then, like, from there, it was like from Eminem to Jason Aldean to Eric Church to Tesla to Nickelback. I mean, it was just like all genres of
we
music.
interviewed, if you ever in your future, because you got, like, we just talked to Randy Rogers, and he's 43 now, I think. He's been doing it 23 years since he was 20. So you got a whole fucking 20 plus years ahead of you, hopefully. Are you any consideration to switch genres? Or is you
I wouldn't even say switch genres, just like do what I want, really. I just want to do whatever I want. Like I've got a collab out right now with Dermot Kennedy and Young Boy NBA, and that's like way crossover.
Oh,
but
that's huge
I don't
crossover,
even look at me being a pop artist or whatever. I just like doing my things on pop or rock or indie songs.
Fucking anything,
I just
anything,
love
right.
music, so.
I was going to say, though, but if in your next 20, 30, 40, 50, hopefully up to like Willie Nelson 90, I think he's 90 on the dot now.
Crazy.
But if you ever get a chance to meet Chad Kroeger of Nickelback,
dude,
absolute fucking best dude on planet Earth.
I am like, okay, if Chad listens to this, I say we're best friends because I feel like we're best friends. Maybe he doesn't think we're best friends, but I do think we're best friends. Dude, Chad, I'm at dinner with Chad.
Oh, you?
Oh, yeah.
So you have met him.
Oh, yeah.
He's met everybody already.
I've been with Chad a bunch. So my management manages Nickelback.
Okay. So
So,
there's
So, we're at dinner one night with Brantley Gilbert, Jelly Roll, and Chad, and we're all doing like the big dinner, like we're having fun, smoking weed, drinking, having fun. And Chad looks at me across the table and goes, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow, or for the next like 4 days?" And I'm like, "Nothing. What do you want?" And he's like, "Do you have a passport?" And I was like, "Yep, got a passport." And he's like, "All right, you're getting on my jet, and you're coming to my house in Vancouver, and you're gonna write songs with me. Get 2 of your best buddies that you like to write with. We're putting them on my jet, and we're going to my house, and we're going to write for 4 days." Now, we did that. It wasn't a super proactive 4 days because there was a lot of beer and smoking involved.
Yeah.
But it was the best experience I've ever had in my whole life. I got to play Nickelback Rockstar with him at tailgates and tall boys.
Because he does Rockstar karaoke. So
Dude, awesome.
Well, you're leaving tonight, but one of our guys here did Rockstar on like Long Island, right? Glenny? When they were playing in New York.
Oh, Glenny.
Yeah.
Glenny Balls. I love him, yeah.
Glenny Balls. So he did the same thing. I had to fly out back to Chicago the next day, otherwise I would have done it. So I was like insanely fucking jealous about it. But like I just threw him out there. Like you're living the 23-year-old dream, man.
Dude, it is such
and you
a
have a
blessing,
great
bro.
head on your shoulders about it.
I tried to, bro. It's just like, it's just the coolest shit ever, man. Like,
it is.
It's like, 9-year-old
You can
me
tell
is
you're
like
really enjoying it too. Like some
yeah.
guys like. I mean, and I'm sure you'll get there eventually, but they're just
I have my
worn
days.
out. Yeah,
I have my days.
Like,
You have your
fuck,
days,
like,
but man,
I gotta wake up and go to another airport.
Like I said,
Yeah.
dude, I am just so grateful to get to take care of my mom, bro. Like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, I'm just so blessed that
She's still working or no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So is she one
Oh,
of those
yeah.
people that she has to work?
She loves working.
She loves working.
If
exactly,
she could
yeah.
just be my like quote unquote groupie, where she just gets to run around with me, she would love that. But we're working on that. We're trying.
You'll get
we're
there.
trying.
You'll
we're
get
trying.
there.
Yeah, I'm
Plenty
working
of
hard.
time for that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Let have the few fun years in your
Yeah.
early 20s
Oh, yeah.
first, and then she can come
Right,
along
right.
the rest of the family, right?
Yeah.
So as we wrap up, so you're going to East Moline tonight. That's where you're going from here, right?
No, we're going to L.A. from here.
From here?
From here. We go to L.A., then San Diego. From San Diego to Saskatchewan, Canada. From Saskatchewan, Canada to, I think, Arizona for 2 nights. Then we go to Rock the South the next night. Then we go back from Rock the South to Arizona. Then travel from Arizona to L.A. to play SoFi Stadium.
So you are just... Like, I just drove to drop my dog off, and it took me like an hour, and I'm like, fuck, man, now I got to, like, go and do interviews and shit. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. But what new music you got coming out in the next, weeks, months, years? What do you got?
Dude, I don't know, man. Honestly, I'm kind of just writing right now. We just put my first record out.
Yep.
So my first album went really good, and I'm just kind of like religiously.
Religiously,
Yeah,
yes,
religiously
yes.
the
I was gonna say
album.
religion.
Which I have to ask you about. First off, I'm so sorry. I had to leave. I am having like the worst coughing attack ever.
Oh, dude.
From
Bro, chill out, you're
Nashville.
good.
Last thing I wanted to do was cough on camera. I'm so sorry.
No, you're chilling, dude. I thought that was just part of the show.
No,
I was
Like,
like,
it's just like part of it.
no, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to start coughing and have you be like, "Dude, are you smoking? Not telling me."
Yeah, are you smoking out there and not even telling me?
No, I wish, but no, that Nashville virus dude got me, and
Yeah.
I'm still down. But no, religiously is. Was that a you and Gavin collab? Was that a Gavin song? Was that a you song? Was that someone else's song?
Dude, so my buddy Marty, or actually, it wasn't even my buddy yet, technically. Dude, 2.5 months into singing, right? It's 2021 now. It's like February, March, April, somewhere in there of 2021. And I am having my first meeting ever. Like with my management. I just signed management.
Yeah.
I'm having my first meeting ever. And then my manager sends me this song, and it says religiously. And he's like, hey, this has been my baby for the last 2 or 3, whatever years, whatever it was. I don't know how long they'd had it. But we've had 10 artists try to cut this song, and they can't do it.
fuck.
They just don't want the song. They don't think they sound good on it. And so I listened to it, and it was a trap beat song. It was like,
Yeah.
like,
No
it was like,
way.
I went looking at pictures I didn't want to see. They brought back memories. It was like straight up a trap song. So then,
No way.
But I could hear through it, dude. I was like, oh no, I can change that. So then I went back to the writers, and one of them was a dude named Marty James, and I was like, hey, man, do you care if I switch this and try to cut it? And he was like, dude, yes, bro. Do whatever you want with it, man. He helped write Despacito for Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So he's like, dude, we don't care, man. Whatever you want to do. We just want to get songs cut. Like, we love that song, and we think it's a big hit and whatever. And I was like, okay. So then, dude, first day I get it back. I went to the studio next day, cut it, and did all the stuff I wanted to do to it, and then got it back, and it was what you hear now. And it was like, holy crap, that's a freaking great song. And then, yeah, dude, I sent it to my managers.
It's an amazing song.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
It is honestly one of those songs. I always listen to country, no offense, when I'm driving.
Of course.
I think it's the best driving
Oh,
music.
yeah.
Definitely.
Right. Unless
Summer
you're
and-
mobbing downtown. Unless you're like mobbing downtown and you like
Nah, man,
put a
that's
little rap on or
I'm
something.
always when I'm in the car, I'm listening to it. I listen to Highway a lot.
Oh yeah.
And
Highway,
I
of course.
remember the first time I heard religiously. I've heard you before. I heard "Rockin' a Hard Place," and I knew the name. Bridget's been trying to hook us up forever. We actually had an interview scheduled with you
Yeah,
in,
right.
in New
Months-
Jersey.
That was like months ago, right?
Yeah,
And
but
they're like,
then we
hey, you're
didn't
coming.
end up.
Your Morgan shows
Yeah,
got
it
postponed.
got canceled. Yes.
Yeah.
But-
Postponed. Yeah.
So, fan of yours, and then I hear religiously, and I was like, this freaking song is unbelievable.
Thank you, dude.
It is one of those songs that you hear, and I think anybody can relate, or any guy can relate, because it speaks to, there's 90% of songs are written about, love of your life and women and all that, but very few songs talk about that girl in your life believing in you,
Right.
and having your back.
Yeah.
And that is like one of, if not the most critical things.
It's like the
know-
number one thing in a relationship is like the belief in the other person. Yeah.
So just every time I hear it, I'm like, I wonder who this was written about.
Dude, Marty said he wrote it about his ex, like his marriage that he had, and how like he just like every single time he would see the pictures of them just like so in love, he would just be like, man, like I really screwed up. The one person that believed in me truly. So that's where I think, and that's the coolest shit is nobody heard it through the trap beat. But when I went looking at pictures I didn't want to see. They brought back memories. Dude, I was hooked. Even in a trap beat, I was hooked.
I was going to ask you, how do you take something that means so much to somebody else and make that your own? Because that
related to
sound,
it, man.
I mean,
That's what it was, really. I just related to it so much. Like, even the trap version, I was jamming in my car. Like, I just believed in it so much. Like, man, like, holy cow. And the coolest, actually, part about that song is that in lately, life's been good to me. Mama's healthy, and I'm helping out the whole family. A lot of people know my name. I made a little change, but it don't mean nothing. That thing never really, like, it didn't hit me and relate to me when I first cut it. But then when I got to release it as religiously, the album religiously,
Yeah.
now it's like, dude,
You're doing a
like,
little
and
better.
lately, life's been good to me, man. Like, my mom's healthy. I literally am helping out the whole family
So it
right
kind
now.
of came
Like,
full circle a little bit.
and a lot of people
Yeah.
know my name now. Like, dude, I made a little change, but that doesn't mean nothing without the person that truly believed in me. Like, it's kind of like making a lot of money, but not having the money, not having somebody to share the money with. Like, why the hell am I on this yacht by myself? This sucks. So, it's kind of like I just related to him, man. Like, and it comes out, like,
Dude,
I've
so
tried to cut
much.
songs that
So
don't relate
much.
to me, and it just doesn't work. You just know it,
right,
like,
yeah.
nobody's gonna believe that because I don't believe it myself.
For sure.
We've taken up so much of your time. I
love it, dude.
Dude, me too. I'm pissed that you have to leave tonight because I was gonna say after
dude,
your
you
show
tell
we
me.
got to go out and get some beers because I
Dude, I'm upset.
could talk to you all night,
I
man.
literally am sitting in there, and I'm like, "Yo, Zach, are you hanging?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm around all night." And I'm like, "I'm not." Great, awesome. I love that you're around all night because I'm not, and I can't party. This sucks.
How is Zach a fun guy to drink
Dude,
with?
He's so, dude. I've never drank with him. I met him one time. I was a fan of him. I was a fan of Zach Bryan before I was doing music. Way before I was doing music.
No
I
way.
was a fan of Zach Bryan when I first downloaded the first video I ever saw on TikTok was Zach Bryan sweaty as shit by a campfire singing God Gosh, it was his first like big hit. It was one of his first ones that I had ever heard on TikTok. And I just remember being like, dude, Zach Bryan, I think he had like 8,000 followers, and I clicked follow.
Yeah.
And I followed him since the day I ever had TikTok in 2018 when he was still in the Navy, dude. So getting to like you said, dude, I've met Chad. I'm friends with Chad. I'm friends with Nickelback. Or I'm friends with Morgan. I'm friends with all these people. And, dude, Zach Bryan, I got to meet him at the ACMs, and I was shaking in my shoes. Dude. I'm such a massive fan. He's such an idol to me. The way he does his shows, the way he carries himself, the way he don't give a shit about anything but music is like, so refreshing, dude. So, yeah, super TikTok.
Now, on that note,
Zach.
do you still get starstruck around people?
Zach, I even saw him in there, and we've hung out.
Yeah.
Even seeing him there, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry I'm being weird. Like, you're just fucking awesome, man. Like, you're a really big inspiration.
Like the SNL skit with Paul McCartney and Chris Farley. Like, oh, you remember that beat? Oh, that was awesome. Do you remember the first time you got like recognized walking through Chicago or whatever?
Like just wherever.
Yeah, just like from random person. Yeah. I remember the first time I got recognized.
Oh, so no, dude. It was actually pretty badass because I got used to people knowing me and loving. Okay, so everybody's like, man, how is it being known by all these people all around the world? And I'm like, man, if you think about it, it's really just a big old small town. Like, my truck was famous in my small town. Mm-hmm. So when my truck would come uptown, I was driving it, obviously, and everybody would want to talk to me about my truck, and everybody would flood into town and just come talk to me, hang. We would jam my speakers in my bed and just like drink and stuff. So it's kind of like the same thing, just on a massive scale. So it's like I was doing lifted truck stuff. So in my town, it started out in my town. Everybody would come up to my town and like see me and stuff.
Yep.
And then it went to, I was taking that truck to truck shows, and I was doing TikTok with that truck. So therefore, all the people that were going to all the truck shows knew me. And then when I released a song, that even exploded it more, and I was still going to truck shows. So then when I would go to truck shows, every single truck was playing Never Coming Home. Every single one. Every truck was playing either Never Coming Home, Change, or Small Town Crazy.
That's pretty sick.
It was honestly a little crash course before I even got to where I'm at now.
Right.
I know how to be loving towards everybody, and I know how to not have a short fuse.
You've been awesome with us.
Yeah.
You know?
It takes
not everybody's like that.
It takes a lot to get me upset, man. Like, I never get upset. I never, like, get impatient or whatever. These last 2 years have taught me a lot, man. Like,
you
just
gotta
about life,
grow up
patience, short fuses, having anger issues. Like, I'm just so just humbled and, like, just so content right now that, dude, you could have 20,000 people outside of this building wanting to meet me, and I'll just go through them all. I don't care. I've spent 4 hours after a show meeting every person from that 3,000 person show I've met.
Dude, I believe it.
One.
This was a 5-minute interview. I think we're going on like 45 right now, and I feel like we could go another 45. Like, you're a great, like, legit.
You're a good
Thanks,
kid, man. You're a good kid. That's
Thanks,
the best
I
way
try.
to put it. Like, I got a buddy who's about your age. He played football, cup of coffee in the NFL, and I'm like, he's just a fucking good kid. And that's the only way to describe people. Like, I don't know. You just know, you know?
Yeah, but, dude, man, it's just so easy. It's just a lot easier to be that way. Like, it's so easy to wake up every day, have a great positive outlook.
Yep.
And then, therefore, when all the fans do come up or you have to deal with something, you're not upset already. You're like, man, I've been having a badass day. I don't even care. Like, sure. Like, interrupt me during dinner. Interrupt me during this. I'm cool. I love you. You're making my music what it is. So
Right.
I just feel like I owe it to him.
It's
know?
a
like,
great
I just
perspective
owe
to have.
everybody everything.
You need to teach other people that shit. Like everybody else.
No, like,
You
no
can-
joke.
You can
Everything.
lead a horse to water, but you cannot make that horse drink.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Any parting thoughts? We'll let you go.
Zach Bryan's badass. Morgan Wallen's badass.
Chad Kroger's badass.
Chad Kroger's badass. Theo Vaughn's badass.
Theo
Dude, I
Vaughn's
love
him.
I
Barstool
love
Sports is
that.
badass.
Barstool's pretty
I,
badass.
it is. I love that you met Chad though, and
The only way to meet Chad as well. Like, the only way to hang out with Chad is,
isn't he one of the funniest people?
bro.
Like,
And
So
that was
self-deprecating.
That was even such a big eye opener to me, as to, like we were just talking about, just fans.
Yeah.
Giving back to communities, giving back, doing whatever you can to be a good person and like do that. And dude, Chad is the number one example of that. Dude,
So-
literally, you call Chad and you're like, bro, I'm in a pickle. He goes, you need money? You need my jet? You need my house? What do you need? What can I help you with? How can I help you? He's like the nicest dude. Dude, he's fucking awesome.
Good things happen to good people, man.
Yeah,
But did
true.
you tell him the Glenny story?
Yeah, of course he did.
Haley, honestly, bro,
Dude,
let's make this
Yes.
day in Louisville
Like,
happen. I have no doubt we'll make this
I
happen.
want to do like a legit Woodstock with all the gaggle of people. Like
Dude,
we
we
would
should
get
get-
Chad
oh,
out there.
We gotta get him. He's got to go on
let's talk,
stage.
let's talk,
Okay,
let's
okay.
talk.
We'll talk-
Okay.
This was
talking about it.
amazing, man.